What do you think about over filtering? I'm on my first evaluation and no trades yet. Yeah, don't that to me, whether you want to call it over filtering or information overload or whatever you want to call it, put it this way. Maybe this will help answer that question. If you have a checklist of 20 different things to take a trade, do you think you'll get a trade from that checklist? Or if you had a checklist that you only needed one thing to happen, which one will have more trades? Obviously, the one that only has one as a checklist will have more trades because you only have to check off one thing to get into the trade. Okay, so now let's take some perspective here. Either one of those could be right or wrong because there's a random distribution of probabilities. This is why I always tell people to know thyself, right? It doesn't matter what model you trade. What matters is you know how to operate. You know your own character. You know your own traits, right? So what I'm trying to say here is if you're a very impulsive person and being impulsive is getting you a lot of losing trades, then maybe you need to have that 20 checklist versus that one checklist. You need to put something in place to make you stop being impulsive. That might help your results. So see how either one of those checklists can be good, but it needs to be fit to your personality. It needs to be fit to your character. So information overload could be a good and bad thing because now think about it. What if you blew that account within those first 3 days because you were just taking every single trade you saw? Right. So it's like there's pros and cons to both scenarios. And the overall answer to that question is that you should know yourself to understand what works best for yourself. If information overload is keeping you patient, meaning you don't blow the account, then maybe that's a good thing. Okay, it's going to be every trader is going to have a unique situation to themselves. That's why we need to be data driven.